The 2024 Epcot International Flower and Garden Festival is now on at Epcot for a couple months, right? A little shorter than usual, though, but nonetheless.
Not as short as Festival of the Arts.
Yeah. We did try every single new item that debuted this year, and so we're going to tell you what we thought were the 7 best and the 7 worst of this year's festival. Eric, where do you want to start? I don't know. I have a list here. I think your list matches mine. You want to do one good and one bad? Do you want to do it that way?
Yeah, I'll do the good, you do the bad. How's that?
It's on brand.
The lobster
Why
tail.
are you never positive?
Lobster tail at Florida Fresh. Unbelievable.
So Florida Fresh is going to be, as of today, the start of the festival, it's in the Odyssey. Eventually, it's going to move over by the Imagination Pavilion, that garden walk out to World Showcase.
Right.
But it is a whole, I don't know if it's a whole, but it's a big piece of lobster tail covered in this key lime butter sauce.
Oh.
And it is phenomenal. Real thick piece, perfect, not fishy at all, wonderful. Yeah. Absolutely one of the best.
You
want me to do a bad one? Sure, I can do a bad one. Let's see what I have on my list. I have the cannoli. We have the cannoli from Italy. Primavera Kitchen. I'll find you the official name of it.
Who would have thought that would have been a worse thing from that booth? It looked maybe like it could be the best thing.
The rest wasn't as bad as usual, but from Primavera Kitchen, the chocolate cannoli, which is a chocolate-covered cannoli shell with peanut butter ricotta filling. We didn't like it because the cannoli itself, it was like
not flaky, not delicate.
No, it was like chocolate.
It was kind of chalky.
Like when people chip it at
it's not good.
Ceramic or concrete. It was weird.
The inside was good. The shell was awful.
Yeah. So do not, under any circumstances, eat that.
No.
Give me a good one.
I have another good one from Florida Fresh.
Yeah.
There are a few. The Cubanito, the little Cuban sandwich.
Oh, see, I have a different one to replace that in my 7, but if you want to have that, we can have that. I thought the Cubanito was great, but I don't know if it's top 7. I'm going to give you an alternate here. You're actually going to get more than 7. The buffalo chicken poutine, the plant-based buffalo chicken poutine. So yeah, from Refreshment Port, it is a plant-based buffalo chicken tender poutine, or on crispy potato barrels with ranch and plant-based blue cheese crumbles. The blue cheese was, I think, for vegan blue cheese, pretty spot on. The buffalo sauce was fantastic. I think you convince people that's real chicken. A fantastic portion size, was served super hot. One of the best, I think, of the festival.
It was good. I did not put it in my top 7,
That's
but
fine. We'll include it for
easily
people anyway.
could put it in my top 7.
Sure. So we're on to a bad, right? That's my job.
We agreed on the bad one.
Strawberry basil sorbet, which is going to be at World Showcase, which is at the crossing between, say, World Celebration and World Showcase.
The old Starbucks.
Yeah, what the backup Starbucks,
the old backup
shipping
Starbucks.
container. It was just icy. It just tasted like a kid's ice.
It wasn't gross.
From
it
like
just
a
was
truck.
like, you're like, why?
Yeah, and it's a shame because they've done like
how
the
long
peanut
to
butter.
plan this?
Remember the peanut butter jelly soft serve, which is still there, by the way, and stuff like that. They've had some tremendous things there, and I just felt like that was a real disappointment.
Yeah, a little bit of a miss.
Give me a good one.
Okay, so I'm still at Florida Fresh. I don't know if it's just because it was towards the end of the day and I was happy.
No, I think things were just very good.
The key lime cocktail.
Sure.
That key lime cocktail was phenomenal.
That wasn't Florida Fresh.
No, I'm sorry. That was from next door to Florida Fresh, also in the Odyssey. I forget the name of the booth.
That would be the Citrus Blossom.
Citrus Blossom. I apologize. Citrus Blossom, the key lime cocktail. Now, look, I have 3 things that came out of this, basically the same preparation area, same kitchen. Maybe there's an advantage.
It's a key lime wine slush is the name, by the way.
Key lime wine slush.
Super tart, very refreshing, really great.
Do they have an advantage over the other booths because they're like temporary and have to shuttle food out there, cook it with Sterno, or and they're in a permanent like kitchen?
Maybe. Let's be honest though. Who won the festival this year? Right, this is Epcot.
Odyssey.
So you have Disney. Yeah. No, you have Disney and you have the operating participants.
Yeah.
Disney is where we found all these winners. These were all Disney operated booths.
Correct.
Disney hit a home run this year.
Yeah.
And Florida Fresh and Citrus Blossom for sure. Obviously, again, Florida Fresh is going to move out of there eventually, but you'll want to hang out in the Odyssey for that slush.
Fantastic.
All right, time for something bad. Let's talk about the lychee margarita.
Gross. Lychee margarita. It was gross.
Which is going to be from Mexico, which was the I always forget the name. The Jardín de Fiestas, the garden party. That is a lychee margarita. Centinela Blanco tequila, lychee liqueur, citrus juice, and agave nectar. Medicinal, forgettable, watered down, not good, waste of money.
Yeah,
like
correct.
we told you, this is not going to be in this segment. It's in our, of course, you can watch our review of everything. If there's stuff we don't mention here, you want to know how we felt, there is the review of everything new at the festival. It's a long video.
Yeah.
Trying to do this to shorten things up. But that blood orange margarita at Connections,
Way better.
Disney operated location, they did a killer job. That's the margarita to get at the festival.
Correct. Want a good one?
Yeah, good.
And I'm sorry, I don't know the exact name.
I'll find it.
From Isla de Fresca.
Isla de Fresca, is it Isla?
Isla is a Spanish word, right?
I just know Isla
So,
from Jurassic Park. Isla
no.
de Sorno. And,
the beef patty, the vegan beef patty. It looked like a giant empanada.
the Impossible Jamaican beef patty with spicy papaya syrup, vegan, plant-based.
Who would have thought that I, of all people,
Yeah.
would put this in my list? A vegan dish with a papaya, like, syrup on it or sauce on it.
This is legitimately
And
the
it
highest
was-
praise an item can get.
It is. And part of it is because
Yeah.
a lot of these vegan items, they do put a lot of spice on it. So I like spicy food. And I think
The portion though was so like
Yeah,
that
it was
the
generous.
meat was real
Yeah.
thick in that beef patty. It's a giant portion and
Yeah.
absolutely delicious. I
it
love
was
it.
one of the best things I had all day.
I
for
have
sure.
PTSD about coming back to festivals and eating at booths again. I am absolutely going to go back there. I have to have that again.
Yeah.
I must.
Fantastic.
On the
something
bad,
bad.
well, we're going back to Mexico. The floral margarita. We have to go back
Not
because
good.
it was terrible. It was kind of the same thing. It was a little medicinal, but with a fruit flavor thrown in. Right?
This is a trend with the Mexico booth
always
for
has
festivals
been,
because
yeah.
I remember just like a month and a half ago or whenever we did Festival of the Arts.
They all blend
Same
together,
thing, right?
yeah.
There was a medicinal quality to the margarita. They just can't figure it out. I don't know why.
I'm trying to find the official description to give you guys a little more because I don't want to assume everyone has watched the full review, but you know. Yeah, so it was a floral margarita, cherry liqueur. That's that fruit that's coming through. Mezcal, hibiscus tea, and lime juice with a sweet chili salt rim. We didn't even get the rim on it either. Mexico, they look, Palmas Group has always been a sloppy operation. I'm not a big fan of them, and I'm still not a big fan of them after this.
I'm going to need you to look this one up. This is a Honey
Okay.
Bistro.
Yeah.
It was a peach cobbler cocktail. So it
Oh,
was
yeah.
a
This was on my list,
Frozen
too.
peach cobbler. It was basically
The honey
vanilla ice
peach
cream.
cobbler freeze, which comes in an alcoholic and a non-alcoholic, right? So the non-alcoholic has streusel, and the alcoholic one has blueberry vodka and streusel.
Yeah, so I didn't taste blueberry notes in that.
I absolutely did.
really?
It tasted like, I thought it tasted like a blueberry Pop-Tart had been pumped with vodka.
Yeah, I got a
It
lot
was
of that.
amazing.
I got a lot of that peach flavor though, and
Yeah.
it was creamy. It was delicious. Had the graham cracker like.
Reminds me, it's like this festival's version of the
crust
Bailey
on it,
Shake,
yeah.
right? But I think a must. I think whether you want alcoholic
Yeah.
or non-alcoholic, I think you have to get it. And now we personally want to go we're going to go buy those lunchbox tarts at Woody's, and we're going
Yeah.
to try to pump vodka in
Infuse them with vodka.
because it's got to be fantastic.
Look, they were. That's again a thing that I would not ordinarily order,
Yeah.
but I had to because I have to eat all the new stuff.
in fairness, folks,
And,
the nice
it
thing
was pretty
is
good.
when you try everything, you find stuff that you wouldn't necessarily order.
Correct.
Like Eric would have never eaten any of this plant-based stuff,
No,
but we
never.
found some real winners in there.
Yeah. All right, give us something bad.
I'll give you something bad. Well, we've hit Mexico enough, probably. The biscuit and gravy from Brunch Cod, right? Let's talk about Brunch Cod. Now, in fairness, Jake had the media version. We were at the media event. And
you
so we do have to give you the disclaimer, $100 of today's food and beverage was paid for by
So,
Disney
like,
and the gift card.
10% of it. 25%.
We paid a
of it.
lot
Yeah.
still, but we have to give you that disclaimer. But one of our bad ones was the biscuit and gravy with Impossible chicken
and
fried
Jake
steak,
liked it.
Impossible sausage gravy. So he had the version we had at the media event, which is not what we count for the review, but it's worth mentioning. Someone today had a version they liked. We had the one you actually order from the booth at Brunch Cod, and it's dry and flavorless.
If you can't tell, I'm somewhat of a fan of biscuits and gravy.
Yeah.
And Tom didn't tell me that it was vegan. He just said, "Hey, try
He was
this."
really hung
and
up
I
on
said,
this.
"This is bad."
You ate 10 vegan things today, and you're so hung up on them.
Well, because Tom was like, peeking around. Like,
I was winking into the
Is it
camera.
good?
You got to watch the other review because we're kind of charming
yeah,
and funny in the other review, if I do say so myself.
But I mean, no, it was not good by any standard, whether you measure it against vegan dishes or.
I agree, and we had so much of our list is vegan that I think that's a fair point.
Yeah.
You want to? That was a bad. You could do a good now.
The funnel cake.
Always.
It's always the funnel cake. The funnel cake.
festival.
Oh, they always do it right. If you mix funnel cake, powdered sugar, and vanilla ice cream, you've got a winner, and you can top it with you can top it with grass clippings out of the American Adventure, and it might be good.
I don't know about that. You're taking it maybe a step too far.
I'm just saying, they always hit home runs. There's no doubles off the wall. It's all home runs there at the funnel cake stand.
So
and they did it once again.
The description this year, it's called simply funnel cake, but it is a funnel cake with powdered sugar, vanilla ice cream, strawberries, whipped cream, strawberry glaze, and strawberry crunch. So a strawberry theme this year, but as good as ever. I mean, I know you and I feel the same. What was the one that we loved?
The one Nick and I did was like, I think it was strawberry cheesecake or shortcake. I think it was cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake.
Yeah.
For like maybe a year or
different
year and a half
festival,
ago. And it was fantastic. That was the gold standard for the funnel cake.
They've all
stand,
been
and now
good,
this
though.
one was
They're
fantastic.
always perfectly cooked. That they're so
fresh.
soft and
you
fresh
watch them
and
cook
sweet.
it right there. Yeah.
It's fantastic. I've had funnel cake a million different places, and I always think even at the Disney
best.
parks, that one stand in particular, even better than Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah. For sure.
American Adventure, absolutely.
I guess something bad.
I have plenty of bad. Let's go with the watermelon strawberry lemonade from Japan. This was terrible. It was like the worst juice I've ever had in my life. This was non-alcoholic. The one with what did they add for alcohol? I forget.
They had some sake in it.
Sake, yeah. Only made it slightly better, so it just barely missed this list, but I would not get either. But the juice one is horrendous. Please do not. Just syrupy and bitter and ugh.
For good, my final on the list of good is the mascarpone.
Yeah.
And I
Swirled Showcase.
I only gave it a 6 in real time, but thinking back on it, I'm still kind of craving it. Like it's
a 7.
It looked like scrambled eggs.
These are all 7s.
Delicious. This is I'm going to elevate my rating from that review to a 7 because after the fact, I was like, man, I wish I had more of that.
So that's the liquid nitro honey mascarpone cheesecake with fresh honey, granulated honey, and honey mead blueberry compote. Again, at World Showcase on the way from World Celebration out to World Showcase.
Don't get their sorbet.
No, get that though.
Get the mascarpone.
It's rare you have a good, a best, and a worst from the same place, but we do. I have something to add to your best list after this monorail goes over our head. The thing I'm going to add to the best list is the Impossible Meatball.
I did like that.
Yeah, right? Again, we're gonna go vegan again, and that's from Trowel and Trellis. Excuse me if I can speak. Sorry, we just ate 60 food items, so I'm hanging in there.
Again, they did the spice. It was pretty spicy. It had a lot of seasoning, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
And
Impossible Farmhouse
we're getting
Meatball.
better at this.
I think Impossible does a great job. I like Impossible meat product. Impossible Farmhouse Meatball with lentil. The lentil bread was a star there too. Spinach, marinated vegetables, and creamy herb aioli. Again, plant-based vegan item, and another one on the list. And I'm telling you, even if you think you're like, I don't eat vegan stuff, I don't like plant-based stuff, you should try these things. Again, Eric does not eat vegetables for the most part. So this is high praise, and I totally agree.
I agree. I think it was very good.
Is that all of our best?
You gotta pick around it if you're me, but yeah, it's really good.
Is that all the best? You had all the best, these, right?
Yeah. Did you have
the rest?
You had anything else?
No, same ones.
So there we go.
So we have one more worst.
Oh God.
We're WWT. We're gonna end with a negative, right? Mango bubble tea from China, the Lotus House. This was basically just mango juice. The boba had no flavor. There was nothing to the boba at all. Total waste. And I know people like bubble tea, so I wanted to put that in here and make sure people don't waste their money on that bubble tea. But we had a lot of great drinks today too. And I will tell you folks, again, we gave you, I think we ended up giving you 9 best. We kind of lied a little bit because Eric and I had different lists of 7. And our 7 worst, obviously, again, there is that other video you can go watch where we reviewed all the items that were new this year. So if you're curious about anything, that's the way to go. But if not, if you'd rather read them, The reviews are up at WDWNT.com as well.
Overall, I would say the festival's a winner.
It's a good
worth
year.
coming to. There's a lot of strong stuff.
Yeah.
So come on out to the festival and check it out. You know, I don't always recommend. Food and Wine has kind of jumped the shark for me.
Yeah,
I'm a big Festival of the Arts fan.
Yeah.
And Flower and Garden, I mean, the food is fantastic. So there were so many winners. I'm very happy.
The other thing I will tell you, if an item you're interested in was not new this year, at WDWNT.com, you'll find those old reviews. We do a post that is all the reviews, the new and the old. And as well, right here on this channel, of course, you could always watch the reviews from previous years where we tried some of those items when they were new. But
I want that Honey Bistro chicken and waffles.
We'll get it for you. Maybe not today, though, after we just
not
ate
today, no.
all of that.
Never eating it.
Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but sooner for the rest of your life. So check out the festival again. It's running for a while, and I'm sure there'll be another one right after.
If not, we'll be at Disneyland in 2 days for a festival there. So,
California Food and Wine. But hit the like button and subscribe if you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments. This is the first time we've done a 7 best and 7 worst. Let us know what you like about it, what you don't like about it. We'd love to hear your feedback. But signing off from Flower and Garden, it's Tom and Eric saying, stay fresh.